Welcome to the Silver Creek Dragons podcast. I am Dr. Chad Briggs, school superintendent here at Silver Creek School Corporation, and it is my privilege here today to be joined by some cast and crew from the musical Annie. I am looking at 5 of our Silver Creek High School students. So welcome, guys and gals. We're going to start by going around the room, and if you guys would, just take a moment to introduce yourself, tell us the character that you're playing in the musical, and then tell us a little bit about what brings you to the musical. What are you most looking forward to?
Hi, my name is Cameron Jane, and I will be playing the role of Oliver Warbucks. I'm very excited to be doing this show because it's just another show, and I love all of the cast members. They're really good friends of mine.
Hi, I'm Emily Koval. I'll be playing Cecile and Star to Be, and I'm excited because this is my first show with the school, and being with my friends from school is really fun.
Hi, my name is Aiden Garrison, and I will be playing Franklin Roosevelt, the president, and various ensemble members. I decided to do the show because I wanted to do my first musical, and what better show than to do Annie, and I'm just excited to be bringing a historical figure to life in a more upbeat musical setting.
Hi, I'm Ethan Early. I'm playing Rooster, and then also a cabinet member named Perkins. This is my first show in general, not just with Silver Creek, and I think it was a really good opportunity to be given the role of Rooster. I definitely was not expecting much coming into the audition process, but to be met with a bigger character like that was really, really a blessing. And so I'm very excited to be with all of my friends that I've gained over this year. It's just very exciting.
Hi, my name is Elliot Hammond, and I play Ward. I'm Franklin Roosevelt's right-hand man, Howe, and I am various ensemble members. I have been doing theater for a pretty long time now, and I really enjoy it, and I'm so excited to be working with these new people or people who haven't gotten to work with us, who I do genuinely love, and it's a great time.
Okay, great, thank you. So it looks like we've got a mixed bag here. We've got some individuals who you've been down this road before, and we have others who this is your first time. Talk a little bit about the rehearsal process in terms of your auditioning. I'm assuming each of you had to audition for this part, and we can, with all questions, all of you can answer it, or just a few of you, however you guys want to do it. But talk to us a little bit about the auditioning. Were you nervous? Did you audition in front of a panel or just one individual? Let our listeners know what went into your preparation in earning these roles.
Well, one thing to know about auditions is that no matter if you know the teachers or not, you're still going to have that little bit of nervousness because you're auditioning for a show. It's like there's no escaping feeling nervous. Like, even if you've been with Sheffield and Turley for all of your high school years or even before then, you're just like, what are they going to think this time? Mm-hmm. It's really funny, but at the end of the day, you're like, I'm so glad I got that over with. Now I can go take a nap.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
The rehearsals, it was my first time ever auditioning for something. It was kind of scary. I never met Turley prior. I only knew Sheffield. So walking in there, I had a really hard time picking a song. Actually, Skylar McDaniel, who's Grace in the show, helped me a lot with picking a song. And so it's very nerve-wracking, but the moment you go in, it's showtime, and you gotta do it. And of course, they help you feel more comfortable whenever you're auditioning. So yeah, it was a really good experience for my first time, for sure.
So you mentioned there your song. So did each of you have to do something different, or based on your role that you were auditioning for?
You pick your own piece based on the role and your voice type.
Okay.
And like the genre of the play, since it's more older and contemporary, then you'd pick more of a contemporary song than like Hamilton and upbeat and stuff like that.
And you had to pick yours. The teachers didn't say, hey, here's your song, go practice it. You had to bring in what you thought was going to be the best sales pitch in order to get the role. Wow. All right. So how long have you guys been practicing for this? So go back a little bit. You had tryouts whenever they were, and now you guys are in day whatever or week whatever of rehearsing.
Was that rehearsal day? I mean, audition day?
I think so.
Or the
August
8th.
12th.
8th or the 12th?
No, I think it was the 8th, because it was a bit earlier than that, I'm pretty sure.
So in the beginning of August.
I think the 12th was our first rehearsal day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, we're in our
week
5.
Week 5 or 6.
And then
yeah.
next
Of
week's
6.
text week.
Yeah.
This is one of the shortest shows we've done.
And I heard someone everyone during the passing period, talk to somebody out in the hallway. You guys practice every day during
Yes.
the week.
Yes.
Except Sunday.
Except
Okay,
Sunday.
even Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
All
we
right,
have dance
awesome.
rehearsal on
Yeah.
Saturdays.
Yeah, bravo to you guys. Okay, so do you guys know the dates of the show right off the top of your head?
The 23rd
share.
through the 25th.
And then the 30th through the 2nd of October.
Okay, so those are Friday, Saturday, Sunday
yeah.
shows.
So the last weekend of October, the last weekend of September and the first weekend of October.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
One good thing to note is that Sunday is a different show time than Friday and Saturday.
Oh,
It starts
yeah.
at 3.
Yeah, it's a matinee.
It's a matinee.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, that's great for our listeners to know. And I'll just a note to our listeners: we will be advertising these dates and show times. So as the kids just mentioned, don't assume that you know what time a show starts, because if you show up late, you've missed a little, you miss a lot. Let's go back a little bit. Obviously, you five aren't the only ones in this musical. Let's talk about others who might be in there. I know a couple of you had referenced some elementary students. So let's talk about that process of possibly what grade levels of kids are we talking, the number of kids, and then if you can, a little bit about their auditioning or practicing and what that's like.
So, the elementary kids, there's about 75 that auditioned, and we
75.
75,
Okay.
and we narrowed it down to 23. And our Annie is a 6th grader, and they auditioned, and a bunch of us like seniors or juniors helped huddle them in, and then they did the exact same audition process we did, but they didn't pick their song. They sang a song from the show.
They also were
That they
given lines-
practiced.
lines, I
Last
think.
year,
Lines and
Sheffield just
songs.
had them sing "Happy Birthday,"
That's
which
what
I
I-
think was pretty funny.
I
Yeah.
thought that's what they did.
We didn't
They
say-
sang
we didn't
Maybe.
Talk about callbacks.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's also
You
callbacks.
said you had callbacks?
Yeah, we had
Okay.
callbacks.
Wow.
Um,
That's some pressure.
we can talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely a variety of ages in the cast. Like we said, Aomi, who is Annie, she's a 6th grader. We have quite a few seniors in main roles. Skylar McDaniel's playing Grace, Warbucks' secretary. Caitlin Litch is playing Lily, who is basically my girlfriend in the play. And then Ella is a freshman who is playing Hannigan, which is an incredibly big role.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ella is very impressive.
Ella's got some talent.
Where's
She
Ella?
does.
We needed Ella here.
We thought she was gonna.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely stuff to look forward to in the coming years
Sure.
whenever we're gone, because there's some really good talent in the freshman class.
And I think our youngest is 3rd grade, which is Molly.
Yeah, Molly's
Yeah.
Molly.
Oh,
I'm
Molly.
really
She's so
surprised.
sweet.
She is adorable.
She's done a really good job. I was worried, but for no reason at all, because she's memorized her lines and she's honestly been doing better than some of the high schoolers.
Wow.
That's
Very
impressive.
That is very,
That
very
is
true.
right.
She
Yeah.
may have less lines, but that's
Yes,
still no
she's-
excuse.
She's still. She has really big parts in Hard Knock Life.
Yeah.
In a lot of the.
Well, we'll just keep that between us, that she's doing better
Yeah,
than
of
some
course. High schoolers don't watch.
yeah, of
Well,
course.
We
well,
could
hopefully
brag
they
so
will.
hard.
Hopefully, yes.
they will now. So with you guys here. So let's go back. You said we wanted to revisit the
Callbacks.
The callbacks. Yeah, let's talk a
That
little bit
was-
about that.
Callbacks were really fun.
They were.
Like
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I did a callback, except I keep forgetting. It was Seussical the last time we did a callback for a show. And I don't know, just callbacks are kind of fun because it's really fun to go against somebody for a role. I actually went up against Aiden for the role of Warbucks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's really because of this or not, but one of the main things that probably got me the role of Warbucks is my shaving my head. I am willing to shave my head for this role.
5
Wow.
days.
Yeah.
I get to shave it, by the way.
So, okay. Okay, well, you threw me off there. Okay, so let's backtrack. So for our listeners, such as myself, let's talk a little bit about what do you mean by callbacks. Walk us through what does that mean if you're being called back?
So basically, a callback is they think that you would fit a certain role, and your name gets on this list, and then you go to callbacks and you sing or read lines from that character specifically, or some people like Ethan, who wasn't on the list, but they kind of knew he was going to be Rooster, so they just called him in to read for it because they needed it for the specific scene.
Gotcha.
Callback list was set out, and this was my first time, so I was really nervous. I was ready for the callback list, and I go through it, and I see my name's not on there, and then I also see that Rooster's not on there, and so I was like, I feel like I would have gotten at least a small role.
Right.
And then Sheffield later on in the day walks up to me, and he has this he's trying to hide a smile on his face, and he's like, "Can you come in and read Rooster in callbacks for a scene that Lily and Grace are doing?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I got to honestly function up a New Jersey accent within that day, and then had to put forth some effort, and then did it during the callbacks.
So on a callback, you don't know what you're going to be given. You just know maybe the character.
You know,
you're
like
being
the
called
day
back.
before, and then you get you get what you're gonna do. I didn't know I was gonna audition till the callback list was already out, and so I wasn't very prepared for the callback list, but it still went fine.
Well, yeah. So can you give us a sampling of your New Jersey accent?
Right off the bat.
Should I do my opening line? So
Pretend I'm.
yeah, so I got to bump into you.
You are Skylar.
So I bump into Grace, and then I look her up and down. I go, "Oops, pardon me, Blondie." And then I walk over to Aggie. "Hiya, sis, long time no see."
Very nice. That's impressive.
I also get to do a really hit country accent.
He does. He's so good at FDR.
We got to hear it.
He is so good.
Give us a fireside chat.
Give us FDR first.
Give us a
All right.
fireside
In the
chat.
middle of English, though, he popped out the Pearl Harbor speech out of nowhere.
What is FDR gonna say? This may be not correct what he actually said, but I do know like the first couple sentences of that thing. So he was like, "On this morning, December the 7th, 1941, our base in Pearl Harbor was suddenly and deliberately attacked by the Empire of Japan." And then he goes on and so forth.
I think it's great.
Rooster has he's in a disguise for Ralph. His name's Ralph Mudge, and so I walk in and I'm with Hannigan, and I go, "Excuse us, ma'am. We knocked upstairs, but nobody answered. Are you the owner of this here orphanage?" And so I get to do a pretty wide variety.
Great job, guys. And sorry to put you on the spot, but not really. All of us enjoyed it.
They're
so
good at it.
You guys did a nice job there. Anything else we want to cover here before we're going to kind of wrap up? The last question I'm going to give you here in a moment is tell us why our listeners ought to come out and watch this musical. But is there anything else you guys want to add before we do that?
I just had a lot of fun with you guys.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun for sure.
It is a lot of fun, and I will definitely say that I'm very proud of our elementary students coming
yeah.
in and
Definitely.
auditioning for this show and doing their hardest to learn the choreograph and lines, and because you guys will be in for a treat because this Hard Knock Life is
It's the
great.
Broadway. It's the Broadway choreography
It's like-
for Hard Knock
wow.
Live.
Okay.
So whatever they're doing is done on Broadway.
Yeah.
So
thanks to Sarah Drake from Drake
yes.
Dance
Yeah.
Drake
Academy.
Dance Academy. She's helped us out a lot.
Okay.
And I think NYC is a really fun.
NYC is really
Yeah.
fun, so you all should definitely come see it because
Easy Street.
Oh my gosh, I get to lift up Annie a couple of times.
Yeah, and he gets lifted. Molly gets lifted. Easy Street is a 3-man song, and it's a lot lot of fun.
And the little tap number between Warbucks
Yeah,
and
there's
Annie.
There's some tap
Don't
dancing
even
in
get
this.
me started with the tap number with the Warbucks and Annie.
And there's a little waltz. Just the dancing honestly
The waltz
makes
is
the
so
show.
cute.
The
Sure.
dancing and singing together makes the show, and then the acting, of course. It's at times it's mostly comedic.
Right.
So it's a very fun show to watch.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
You guys have done a great job of giving us a snapshot. Hey, one last thing. Let's go back to the shaved head. I can't. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. But yeah, elaborate on that.
So, a couple years ago, my freshman year of high school, I got the role of Uncle Fester in Addams Family, and during Tech Week, we were like, yeah, let's try to use these bald caps and do makeup and stuff. I shaved my head, and it was the best thing I ever done for that show. So, now getting the role of Warbucks, bald guy, Republican, billionaire, I'm like, let's go bald again.
Gonna do it again. All right. Well, hey,
I'm excited.
Anything for the show?
What if we
Yeah.
give you fake mutton chops on top of it?
goodness.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much. I sure do appreciate your time and coming out and giving our listeners a snapshot into Annie. To our listeners, please come out and see our kids perform. That will be on September 23rd through the 25th, and again on September 30th through October 2nd. Again, tickets will go on sale here soon, as well as the announcement of the show time. So, guys, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
break
Thank
a
you,
leg.
Thank you.
of course.